So welcome everybody to our second Candidates Forum. It's hosted by the PAC. My name is Brian Mercier. I'm one of the co-founders of the PAC. We started 5 years ago. The PAC it was founded really to try and create better avenues for folks to get to know the candidates that run every year. For those of you who have watched the Candidates Forum that the tribe hosted on Wednesday, it's pretty limited. Our forums are structured differently to where anybody in the audience can ask any question of any candidate. We actually expect most of the candidates to answer all the questions. And we ask for opening statements and closing statements. So we actually get to learn a little bit about the qualifications of our candidates. And that's really what the PAC is about. You know, if you read on social media and you talk to folks that are not supportive of the PAC, they'll tell you all kinds of crazy conspiracy theories about us trying to do whatever. All we're trying to do is use the political tax credit that is in the state of Oregon. So each of you that's a resident of the state of Oregon has a free $50 that you use or lose. If you don't use it, you don't get it on your taxes. If you use it, you get it back on your taxes. So it's a free $50 credit everybody in Oregon has. What we're trying to do is, why don't we pool all our $50 together, pay for these forums, and then at the end of the year, select 3 of the candidates that will receive the rest of the money to help pay for mailings and outposts. And it's just, I think, an easy way for us to use state money to improve our electoral process. That's really what the PAC is about. And the best value that we add really are these forums. We do post them on the internet. The candidates, they know that. They've participated in the past, or they've sat in the audience and seen that. And a lot of, we get a couple hundred views of the forums. They're 2-hour viewings, so it's, it's impressive that we get that many. I think that's really the opportunity for folks to get to know the candidates. Because most of the time, people just listen to their family, they tell them who to vote for, and we're not voting, we shouldn't be voting on family ties, we should be voting on the qualifications of the candidates. So, what we typically do is we kick off with an opening statement. So I'm going to give the candidates again a minute or two. They did this in Portland, so they've had some time to think about what they said then, those that participated. And it may be the same type of statement they made then, but maybe they've got something new to add after a couple of forums. We're looking forward to hearing from Kathy, because Kathy was unable to be there last Saturday. So why don't we go ahead and start with you, Kathy, since you're new, if that's all right. We're just going to use one mic here. Just ask you for a minute or two to introduce yourself, ask us why you're running again, and why we should vote for you.
Thank you, Brian. And this is on?
Yeah.
My name is Kathleen Tom. I'm a long resident of Salem and Grand Ronde. I think most of the people that are here know me, and I've been on tribal council for 9+ years, well, 9 years actually, plus a little bit. And the reason I'm running for tribal council is because I think that I have, there's more work to be done. And to be very honest with a lot of the members, I'm really concerned about what's happening within Grand Ronde in this division. So my purpose is I still think that I need to be there to continue this work. Some of the things that I really am passionate about is, of course, this enrollment, what's happening with this enrollment. The other things that I'm very passionate about is our children and some of the things that we don't have available to our children, especially the ones in Grand Ronde, and also our elders outside of that area. So there's a lot more work to be done. One of the things I'd really like to see is people working together instead of always having some kind of a drama, internal drama, and working together to get some of these things accomplished, because we can. In this last year, I got the elders' pensions, I got the payroll increased, the minimum wage increased, and I still think that those little things, and a student council, and I still think that there's things that can be done just at the, very quickly. So my goal is to another term and see how things go, and with your support, I would really appreciate everyone's support to re-elect me as your tribal council and your voice in Grand Ronde. Thank you.
Thanks. Let's go down the line there, Ann.
Hello, tribal members. My name is Ann Lewis, and the reason I'm running for tribal council is because I have been working for the tribe for the past 6 years, and when I went to work for the tribe, I really saw some things that I thought that I could do to help our tribe to become better. And I think I have a special expertise that I could bring to the table. One of which is I have a pretty extensive background in community development. I also have background in investments and financing. So I really think that we have some things at Grand Round that could happen, and some planning, budgeting, and other things that I think that I bring to the table, and I can help with that. I think everyone knows how I feel about enrollment, and that's huge for me. I don't think we should ever be disenrolling people from our tribal members from our tribe who belong, and it breaks my heart to see that this is happening. And I've been speaking to leaders of other tribes have actually come up to me recently since I've been running for tribal council and said they would never do this in their tribe. So it's something that I think we should really look at. Thank you.
Thank you, Ann. Brenda.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for coming. As I have stated in the last two forums, I have been working for 4 years and to strive towards a tribal government that is unified and respectful. I think a respectful government is the only type of government that is going to serve our tribe well. I believe that it is the foundation of everything else. If our tribal government is disrespectful, if they don't encourage each other, if they don't get along with each other, they're setting what I feel is a poor example for other tribal members, especially for our youth. They're looking towards the tribal government for the future, how to behave, how to interact with other tribal members, with other tribes throughout the United States. So for 4 years, I've been talking about this unity. Also, I would like to work on, I'm currently working on a membership or a mentorship program for our 8th to 12th graders to keep them in school. I'm hooking them up with our college graduates. They've already graduated, so I want to team them up one-on-one. I really want to see financial classes for our generation who are getting ready to get their trust fund money. I think it's very important. So many of them just blow through it, and the purpose is to help them better their life. And when they just blow through it, I think we're just doing harm for them. I'm really adamant about employing our educated tribal youth. I want to get them back. We're spending all these dollars, all of our tribal dollars, and they're going to work for other tribes and other agencies, and it just doesn't make sense to me. I really want to see us utilize our tribal calendar. I want to know where tribal council members are going, where they're traveling, in case other tribal members are out and at the same conferences. I have said for 4 years now, I want to correct the parent on the roll. It has to be corrected now. We are affecting these people's lives. We have been for 14 years. That's a lot of time to waste. I really also am interested in prevention programs for youth and families. And I'll talk some more. I'm sorry, I think I'm taking up too much time.
Thank you, Brenda. Corey.
Corey Manili, roll number 2418, and I bring a lot of experience to the council, or to the for the position. Sorry, I'm a little nervous here, but you know, through my experience in the Marine Corps, we built a lot of leadership traits and qualities, and being that I got out of the Marine Corps as a sergeant, it's a non-commissioned officer, we go through a lot of training that a lot of not only civilians, but a lot of other people within the world do not get the chance to go to or experience. And with those core values, you know, you take those with you through the rest of your life, whether you like it or not. It's installed in you. And then also experience with working at the casino. You know, there's a lot of regulations, rules, and not only regulations and rules, but a lot of politics that goes on down at the casino. And it bleeds over from the tribe, and working there, And detaching myself and being a candidate, I've seen a lot more of the politics that are going on over within the tribal entity bleed over into other tribal entities or businesses within the government. For instance, the casino, the politics bleeds right over into the casino. And so, I think that a lot of my business management experience will help out with a lot of for instance, the medical marijuana that's on the table now, a lot of people are talking about it. I'm familiar with a lot of the rules and regulations and laws with that. I think our tribe has a lot on the table with that, and it's a big turning point, And I also am big on education as far as for our kids and everything. I have 3 kids of my own in K-5, and I think that program's great, and I've heard that it's growing and getting bigger, and that's awesome. I'm a full supporter of that. As far as per cap and all that goes, we could talk about a lot of issues here, but like I said, I don't want to take up too much time, so thank you.
Thanks, Corey. Chris.
My name's Chris Mercier, roll number 1821. I guess before I get too much into what I'd like to do, I should answer 2 questions at the outset. I am still enrolled at Michigan State University College of Law. If I'm elected, I will take a leave of absence from there. And on September 6th, when the Michigan State Spartans line up to play the Oregon Ducks in football, my heart is still with the Oregon Ducks. Just in case anyone's questioned my loyalty.
You're just saying that because you're in Eugene, I think.
Well, so when's the PAC meeting in Michigan?
That's not a pack out there. That's something that I better say.
Anyway, I served on council for 3 terms. Actually, it was 10 years ago that I was elected along with Angie Blackwell. I see one of my former running mates up there. Being off for a year has been very insightful because I realize how much you don't really know as a tribal member, especially one living outside of the area. I don't know that I can say with 100% certainty that I'm clear on what's going on at the tribe. What I do feel I'm clear on is that there's a lot of turmoil, and the tribe is in an era of great tumult. And I don't know if that's caused by the council or by the constituents, but I just see a tribe that's very divided, and I feel like this election is very, very nasty so far, and that's just what I'm basing that upon social media. I think part of the problem is that our government has been running the exact same way for the last 30 years. We haven't really had many constitutional amendments. The only ones we've really had dealt with enrollment issues. I think over the last 30 years, there's too much power in the hands of tribal council, and I don't think when the tribe was restored, that was the intent of people. What I would like to do is, if I get elected, is call for a constitutional convention. I've been told it's been done in Indian country before with other tribes, and solicit input from the members on how they want to reform our constitution and change the way our tribe governs itself. Because I don't know if this election is going to resolve the issues of the divisiveness that we're experiencing right now. And I think part of the solution is to turn to your membership and make sure you reform your governing document. I don't really know. I can't really think of any other way. I think it's worth a shot, and that's one of the things I'd like to do if I get elected. Thank you.